Stanley Cup Finals, Game 7, St. Louis Blues on the road taking on the Boston Bruins. Did the St. Louis Blues prevail and bring home the Stanley Cup to their fans and their organization for the first time in 52 years? You're going to find out right here, right now, as you've entered LexAnderson world in the Sports Opinion Log. I'm your host, Lex Anderson, and take this brief pause to subscribe to this channel and press the bell icon to your right if you're down with any and all things sports, NHL, NHL playoffs, and hockey. Well, I am more than happy to announce final score St. Louis Blues 4, Boston Bruins 1. For one night, evil has died, and the St. Louis Blues are your new 2019 Stanley Cup champions. Yes, 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 indeed. Check out my previous video, which will be posted at the end of this video, where I, the prophet, had decreed that the St. Louis Blues would win in 6, but we needed one extra game. The most highly anticipated 2 words in all of professional sports. Game 7. Winner takes all. Oh, and the St. Louis Blues, they took it all. Super rookie phenom Jordan Binnington, 32 saves, set the tone early. The Blues went up 2-0 early in the first quarter, scoreless in the second quarter, 2 more goals added on in the third quarter, and that was pretty much all she wrote, folks. And I am just oh so happy for what the St. Louis Blues have accomplished. You had Alex Pietrangelo, who scored a goal, assisted on a goal, and also in the third quarter we had Sanford and Braden Shine, who also contributed, and just all around team effort. So much beauty. And I mean, I'm just so happy. You know, they were talking about how, oh, the last game 7 for a championship, Lakers versus Celtics in 1984. I had already talked about it in previous videos about the dominance that New England and the Boston area had over St. Louis, Patriots over the Rams, Red Sox over the St. Louis Cardinals twice for the World Series. But finally, tonight, St. Louis broke through that glass ceiling. They exorcised the demons that are the Boston fans, the Boston organization, the Boston Bruins. Their fake-ass fair weather fans were leaving early and good. And I got to see, with my girl Desi Robin 23, the pageantry, the elegance, the glory, the satisfaction of a team that was in last place in the league coming all the way back for the greatest trophy in all of professional sports, the Lord Stanley Cup. The red carpet was rolled out. Woo! O'Reilly, how about him winning the Conn Smythe Trophy for defensive man? And O'Reilly with all the goals that he had scored early on. Folks, it's just a beautiful thing. Yeah, excuse me, Ryan O'Reilly scoring a goal for the 4th straight game, joining Wayne Gretzky as the only players to accomplish that in the Stanley Cup Finals. And I'm just so happy. I'm just so elated as a fan. Seeing Boston lose brings me no greater joy than you can possibly imagine. But a tip of the cap, first and foremost, to the fans in St. Louis who got dealt the agony of seeing their team lose the way they did in Game 6, but who packed the arena in St. Louis, who, despite the rain out there in St. Louis, packed Busch Stadium where the Cardinals play, cheering, imploring their team to victory. Because in the Sports Opinion Log and LexAnderson world, that's what it's about. It's about the fans, man. Yes, sports is $1 billion, $1 million machine and industry. But at the end of the day, it's the common bond of people and sports fans uniting for the one common good, and that's to see their team win the ultimate prize. And that was accomplished tonight. Salutes, though, to the Boston Bruins and their efforts. There's a difference between not liking and respecting. The lineup, the handshakes afterward, guys laid it on the line. The game was excellent. The refereeing was great. There's no plays that you could say, hey, it coulda, shoulda, woulda. Nope. This was a clean 4-1 final victory by the St. Louis Blues over the Boston Bruins. So the videos are still here by LexAnderson, and there'll be another video as I have to go to the NHL store to see what kind of championship gear I'm going to cop, and you best believe there will be a video on that. But the only way that you'll be able to see that video is by subscribing to this channel, and again, pressing the bell icon to stay notified for any and all upcoming future videos. And again, special shout out to Jordan Binnington, rookie, Stanley Cup winner. What he's accomplished this season with the 16 wins, that young man is already a living legend in my book. But it doesn't matter, my book, because I present this video to you, the sports fans, in the sports annals of history. Let it be known that on Wednesday, June 12th, 2019, for the first time in their 52-year history, the St. Louis Blues, Game 7 on the road against the Boston Bruins, won their first ever Stanley Cup. And that, folks, is what sports is about. And if you want to see what else sports is about, you can check out my previous video where I went in great detail talking about the stats behind Jordan Binnington as being the key to victory for the St. Louis Blues, in which he was. And again, that video will be right there. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Press my face right there. I will catch you guys and girls on the other side of town. We move on to the next venue. Tyson Fury versus Tom Schwartz. Boxing. You know what it is. LexAnderson World, thank you all very much for tuning in. As for tonight, I'll be signing out.